What happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, the plane that vanished without a trace? It was a day like any other on the 8th of March 2014. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, its fuselage filled with 239 souls. The destination? Beijing, China. Weather conditions were normal, nothing that could foreshadow the enigma that was about to unfold. Passengers aboard were settling in for the 5-hour and 34-minute journey. A journey that they had no idea would become a global mystery. The plane was a Boeing 777, a model renowned for its safety and reliability. The crew was experienced, the pilots seasoned. It was just another flight, another day in the endless cycle of departures and arrivals. Yet as the minutes ticked by, that ordinary flight was about to become anything but. And then just like that, Flight MH370 disappeared from the radar. Why did Flight MH370 suddenly stop communicating with air traffic control? This is the question that has puzzled investigators and intrigued mystery seekers worldwide. Let's take a step back and explore the sequence of events. It was a seemingly ordinary day, the 8th of March, 2014. Flight MH370, a Boeing 777, took off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, destined for Beijing, China. It was a night flight, and for the first hour, everything appeared to be going smoothly. Then at 1:19 a.m., the co-pilot made the last verbal communication to air traffic control. His words, chilling in their ordinariness, were, "Good night, Malaysian 370. Little did anyone know this would be the last time anyone on the ground would hear from the flight. Shortly after this last communication, the aircraft's transponder, which communicates with ground-based radar, was intentionally disabled. This was not a simple malfunction, it was a deliberate act, and it plunged the aircraft into an eerie radio silence that would last forever. From 2:22 a.m., the flight disappeared from military radar. It was as if the aircraft had vanished into thin air, swallowed by the night. For the next several hours, there was no communication from the flight, no distress signal, no explanation for the sudden silence. The timing of the disablement is significant. It occurred during the handover between Malaysian and Vietnamese air traffic control, a moment when the flight could fall off the radar without immediately raising alarms. Was this an act of the pilot, the co-pilot, or someone else on board? These questions have fueled speculation and theories, but no definitive answers have been found. The silence from the flight was deafening. It left a void filled with uncertainty, speculation, and fear. The families of the 239 people on board were left in a state of agonizing suspense, their loved ones simply gone without a trace. The silence from Flight MH370 only deepened the mystery. It's a silence that still echoes today, a silence that continues to puzzle and haunt us. As we delve deeper into this mystery, we will explore the massive search operation that ensued and the tantalizing clues that have been found. This is the story of the mysterious silence of Flight MH370. How did the world respond to the disappearance of Flight MH370? In the face of this unprecedented event, a colossal search operation was launched, one of the most extensive and expensive in aviation history. A multitude of nations pooled their resources and expertise, united by a single purpose: to locate Flight MH370. Imagine 26 countries, each contributing their unique skills and tools, joining forces in this massive endeavor. The United States, China, Australia, and Malaysia were among them, alongside many others. This vast operation involved a myriad of resources, from state-of-the-art sonar systems to simple fishing boats, from high-tech military aircraft to volunteer-based ground search teams. The search area was immense, spanning from the South China Sea to the Southern Indian Ocean. The enormity of this task cannot be overstressed. It was akin to looking for a needle in an endless haystack under the vast and unforgiving expanse of the open sea. But this daunting task was not without its challenges. The search teams grappled with deep-sea currents, unpredictable weather, and the sheer depth of the ocean. The Indian Ocean, where the search was focused, is one of the world's deepest, with an average depth of nearly 4,000 meters. Yet the teams persisted, driven by a profound sense of duty and the hope of providing answers to the heartbroken families. For 2 years, they scoured the ocean floor, combed through satellite data, and investigated every possible lead. Despite the Herculean efforts, the plane remained elusive. In January of 2017, the official search was suspended, leaving us with more questions than answers. The world had responded with all its might, with an operation that spanned continents and oceans, yet the mystery of Flight MH370 lingered. Despite the efforts, Flight MH370 remained missing. Did a piece of wreckage found near Madagascar finally provide some answers? The discovery of a fragment of an airplane wing on Reunion Island, just off the coast of Madagascar, was a breakthrough in the search for Flight MH370. This piece, known as a flaperon, was confirmed to be from the missing aircraft. It was a bittersweet moment, offering tangible evidence, yet a grim confirmation of the plane's fate. This discovery shifted the focus of the investigation. It suggested that the plane had indeed ended its journey in the Indian Ocean, far from its intended route. It also shed light on the vastness of the search area and the enormity of the task at hand. The ocean's currents had carried this fragment thousands of miles from the suspected crash site, demonstrating just how far the debris field could spread. While this clue offered some answers, it also raised more questions. What are some of the theories that have emerged about the fate of Flight MH370? The disappearance of Flight MH370 has sparked numerous theories, each as intriguing as the next. The most prominent among these is the pilot involvement theory. Some believe that the pilots, for reasons unknown, intentionally diverted the aircraft off its original course. This theory stems from the fact that the aircraft's communication systems were manually turned off, suggesting an inside job. Then there's the cover-up theory. This one suggests that some entity, maybe a government or a corporation, has hidden the truth about the flight's fate. Proponents argue that the lack of concrete evidence is not due to the flight's mysterious disappearance, but a deliberate effort to keep the truth under wraps. Now let's delve into the more outlandish theories. One of the most popular ones involves extraterrestrial involvement. Yes, you heard that right, aliens. Some propose that the flight was abducted by aliens, pointing to the sudden and unexplained disappearance as evidence. As much as it makes for a good science fiction plot, this theory, like the others, lacks hard evidence. Another theory suggests that the flight fell into a black hole or a time warp. While fascinating, these theories are largely dismissed by experts due to the lack of any scientific proof. What about the theory that the flight landed somewhere else entirely, and everyone on board was given a new identity? Or the one that suggests the flight was shot down during a military exercise gone wrong? These theories, while captivating, are also without solid backing. In reality, amidst the cacophony of conjectures and hypotheses, the truth remains elusive. Each theory, while intriguing, is riddled with gaps, lacking the concrete evidence necessary to transform speculation into fact. This lack of proof is what fuels the ongoing debate and controversy surrounding the fate of Flight MH370. In the absence of definitive proof, the fate of Flight MH370 remains a mystery. So what really happened to Flight MH370? This question still haunts the world and the answers remain elusive. We know that the ill-fated flight vanished without a trace on March 8, 2014, with 239 souls on board. It tried to communicate 7 times before silence fell. The massive search operation, the largest in the history of aviation, turned up a lonely piece of debris near Madagascar, yet the main wreckage remains undiscovered. Many theories have been put forward, from pilot involvement to intentional disablement, but none have been proven. The investigation continues, fueled by the hope that someday the truth will surface. The motivation behind the incident, if any, remains an unanswered enigma. We cling to the hope that someday the answers will be found and closure will be granted to the grieving families. Until the day the truth is uncovered, the disappearance of Flight MH370 will remain one of aviation's greatest mysteries.